how you can achieve what you truly want and get what you want majority of the time. And we're going to do this over a coconut water. And I don't know if anyone else likes coconut water as much as I do, to be honest. I am obsessed with it. I absolutely love to just taste different coconut waters around the world. I don't know why. I'm not from a place that does coconut water. I just really like it. So the question I would ask you is, have you ever felt overwhelmed by society's expectations of success? Meaning, you've got $1 million business person, you've got a really famous author, you've got, Hollywood stars out there that are achieving their things. When actually, if we actually look into the real depths of things, how many people in those categories can say, yes, I'm one of them, I identify as one of them, and I am the happiest I've ever been? And I guarantee you it is the smallest percentage going, if anything, because one, those people that have quote unquote followed the society's expectations and put themselves in a category. Can people on that level even put themselves in a category or in a box? I actually don't think so. I actually feel that the people that are truly successful don't identify themselves as it because they're pushing towards something different and something new. Very little people have time to sit down, be grounded and go, wow, look at where I'm at. Look at what I've achieved. Not many people do that. Now, these points I'm going to go through with you is the traps of success. If you fall into these traps, I want you to reevaluate what you are doing. You need to reevaluate because I promise you, you're going in the wrong direction. Or at least the viewers that are viewing this are seeing, okay, that's a trap. Like, you might be going in the wrong direction, just put it that way. So the first trap is chasing success, meaning the energy of I want, I need, I'm getting, I'm pushing myself out there is a really gross energy. But if we were to be able to feel empowered in ourselves and be like, I just have a feeling inside of me that there's going to be good out there, but if I focus on how I feel inside and creating it for myself, that's going to come eventually. I don't need to feel that I have to pull this rope that is just draining my energy because the energy that I have in me is going towards that. But what if I was to hold the energy in me and go, well, I know what I'm doing is resonating with people out there. Number 2, do you know the pace for you? Meaning there are people out there who are more logistical based, which is great. We need these people in this world. And when we're logistical based, we can look at the facts, we can look at the maths, we can look at the science, and we can go, that is the answer. But we are human. We also have the emotional part of our brain. And when we do, we also need to be able to feel intuitively, have those other skills and qualities to be like, I need to listen to this pace of myself as well. And what is the pace that I am thriving at the most? And is that reigniting my best possible actions, intentions, goals? Now, number 3 is a bit controversial, so I'm going to take a sip on this, right? I understand from a standpoint of don't listen to your emotions because your emotions can overdrive your thoughts and whatever else, and you may perceive something that simply isn't true, and I totally get that. But, and there is a big but here, which is understanding your own success through your feelings. If you can feel inside of yourself, this feels good to me, this is my North Star, I feel that when I pursue this thing, I don't feel drained. That's when we need to listen to our feelings and our intuition of our direction, right? So it's a bit controversial when we listen to our feelings, when we're not. And the trap is, if you're listening to your feelings when you're dysregulated in your nervous system, that's backed up by science, then yes, maybe let's center ourselves first before we feel and make decisions through emotions. But if you truly feel whilst you're centered that, success to me feels like this, or it gives me a sense of focus, I feel more energized than I would than anything else, then that is what is ultimately the path for you. That is your North Star. The next trap is, are you falling into the trap of non-reflection? How often are you sitting back and reflecting in peace, in calmness, in self-regulation? And when we can have a sense of reflection, we can have more insights, more ideas, what went well, what we can improve on. And there is a valuable part in reflection, but we cannot be in reflection when we are in a masculine role of doing, producing, taking action, right? We need to be receptive. We need to be in this almost feminine essence of internal prospection, calmness, and centered. Are you someone who is very, I'm going to take all the actions and see what works and go with that, without little reflection of my values, of what I'm doing? Is this resonating? Or are you someone that needs to reflect a lot and be like, I'm going to take the right action when I feel it's right, and I'm actually going to be in this receptive mode until I know that instant yes, like hell yes energy to then take the action? There's two types of people. Which one are you? Let me know in the comments. Quitting isn't a form of failure. Now, this is a trap people fall into, which is, if I quit, I'm failing. When actually, that's far from it. What if you were quitting because you knew and you felt intuitively, actually, this isn't working. For what I want to create, this isn't working, but I'm courageous enough to quit rather than carry on to prove something or someone wrong or right. Can we let go of the ego? Can we actually be humble enough to go, this isn't working. I need another path, I need another route, and I am going to identify which way it is. This leads me to the next point, which is avoiding the trap of comparison. We are human, and everyone has gone through all the emotions and also comparing themselves to others, right? But it's when we can catch ourselves out in it and going, actually, I don't think that serves me. And if anything, it's self-sabotaging and it's self-bullying. And would I want to speak to my sister or my sibling or my parent the way I speak to myself whilst in the state of comparison? And if the answer is no, I highly and strongly recommend you look in another direction that's internal. Let's not look at the external world here of what other people are doing, because we're going to get in the swamp and the whirlwind of consuming rather than creating. So if we can focus in on what are we creating, who are we creating it for, and most importantly, how are we creating this, that is when we can really, really thrive and steer away from comparison. Last but not least, this is I wouldn't call it a trap per se, but it is something we all need a reminder of. And this is why I'm leaving it to the end, which is your success is already there for you. You just have to embrace your uniqueness in order to receive that. Now, for example, I do feel that there are certain people in this world, like anyone else can identify or agree, that you kind of feel, God, like they were able to just pick a pen up and be the best writer, or they were able to literally just sing and without doing any warm-ups, and like, how were they able to do it at such a young age? Some people just have really great coordination. Some people are great sportsmen. It really comes down to feeling, what is your uniqueness? What is your North Star here? And if you can really answer that question, that is already on the road to your version of success. Not anyone else's, but yours. And if we can identify a step-by-step action of where you want to go and take this, then I think we're on the right path. So this is just a reminder that your own uniqueness is your own success. If you like this video, I highly recommend you check out all the other ones I've got on my channel. They're juicy as fuck, and I will see you on the next one.